Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to learn how to enroll Rigi user on cash-free payment. So as an online educator and course provider, I am managing the content of my courses as well as the users with the help of Rigi. And for selling the courses and to manage the payment and transaction, I am using cash-free over here. To manage the entire process, I want that as soon as I am going to receive a new payment by the student who is interested in purchasing the course, automatically that student should be enrolled as a user in the particular course of Rigi. To automate this entire process, we will have to build the connection between Cashfree and Rigi, and that we are going to do without any coding and programming skills, simply with the help of Pabbly Connect. So for your business, if you also want to learn this amazing automation step by step, for that you have to come towards my screen. Welcome to my screen everyone. In this video, I am going to show you step by step that how we can automatically create users in Rigi for cash-free payment. So as an online educator and course provider, I am using Rigi to manage the content of my courses as well as all the users, and I want that every time I'm going to receive a new payment through Cashfree, as I'm selling my courses with the help of payment gateway, that is Cashfree, then automatically the person who has made the payment should be added as a user in my Rigi account. Now to automate the entire process, I will have to build the connection between Cashfree and Rigi, and that I'm going to do without any coding and programming skills with the help of Pabbly Connect. That is an amazing automation and integration software. So Pabbly Connect helps us to build the connections between our work applications without coding or programming knowledge to automate all our repetitive tasks. So with the help of Pabbly Connect, we are going to set up the connection between Cashfree and Rigi, and we are going to automate the entire process of enrolling users in Rigi for every new cash-free payment. So let's get started quickly. This is the home page of Pabbly Connect, where we can reach by typing the URL pabbly.com/connect/INR in our browser. After coming over here, we'll find two options: sign in and sign up for free. So in case if you are already an existing user, just click on sign in to log into your account. But if you are a new user, you have to click on this sign up for free button. It will help you to create a free new account just in 2 minutes. Also, when you will do that, you're going to receive 100 free tasks every month to explore this amazing software and to test multiple automations. So as an existing user, currently I'm going to click on sign in. This is all app section where we can find all the products which are offered by Pabbly. To create this automation, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. So let's click on access now. It has taken us towards the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. So on the dashboard, we can find all our workflows which we have created. And to save the workflows, we can also create separate folders like this on the same dashboard. Now to create a new workflow, let's click on this create workflow option. As we have done that, a dialog box has appeared in front of us, and you can see it is asking us to provide a name to this workflow first of all. So let me give a name over here. Enroll Rigi user on cash-free payment. After giving the name to my workflow, now I'm going to select the folder. So you can see I have a list of folders over here. Among these folders, the automation which I'm going to set up is for learning management, as I want to enhance the process of learning management by directly enrolling the students in Rigi for as soon as they have made the payment. So for that, I'm going to select automations for learning management as my folder, and now I'm going to click on create. You can see as we have done that, a new screen is open in front of us which contains two extremely important windows. Here we have trigger as well as action. So what are trigger and action? Trigger and actions are the two main concepts, the principles, or we can say these are the building blocks on which the entire automation runs. Here the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. That means the action is the response towards our trigger. So whatever we are going to select in our trigger is going to command the entire workflow, and the actions are going to follow that same command. Therefore, we can have only one trigger in any workflow, but we can add as many action steps as we want. Now let's suppose I want that every time I'm going to receive a new payment on Cashfree, automatically the person who has made the payment should be enrolled as a user in Rigi. For that, I'm going to take Cashfree in trigger and Rigi in my action step. When we are going to set up the connection between these applications, then we will see that action is going to follow what the trigger commands. Because when the trigger happens, that means when the payment will be received in Cashfree, then only a user will be added in Rigi, otherwise not. So after understanding the whole concept of trigger and action, let us start creating our automation step by step. To start with the process, first of all, let's go towards our trigger step, and let us first of all select our trigger application as Cashfree. Basically, trigger application is the application by using which you want to start our workflow every time. And now we have to select the trigger event. That means on the happening of which event in Cashfree you want to capture the response. So I want that whenever a payment will be received in Cashfree, then my workflow should start. So here I have created multiple payment forms in Cashfree. And I want that when the payment will be received by that payment form, then only the response should be captured. So for that, I'm going to select payment via form over here as my trigger event. Okay. Now I have selected the form, but you can select any other option as well, direct payments or payment via link as well. Now here we have to build the connection between Cashfree and Pabbly Connect, and that we have to do with the help of the webhook URL which we have received. How? By following the given instructions step by step carefully. So by following these instructions, we have to basically copy the webhook URL and paste it inside our Cashfree account in the forms, so that whenever the payment will be received via form, then we are going to receive the response. So let's copy the webhook URL, and then I'm going to take you towards my payment gateway, that is Cashfree, and I'm going to show you each and every step. Basically, I'm currently working in test environment of Cashfree, so this is test Cashfree account. But in the similar manner, the steps which I'm going to show you over here, you have to follow the same steps in your real account as well. Everything will be same on your real account. You will have the payment forms. These are all my test payment forms which I have created in my test account, but you are going to have the real payment forms, payment links, and everything will be real in your case, but it will be same. So what I'm going to show you, you have to do exactly the same. Okay. So after coming on your Cashfree account, you have to go towards developer section from top. After coming on developers page, here under products, we have the option of webhooks. We have to select that. And over here, you have to go towards payment form, as we have selected payment form in Pabbly Connect. In case if you have not selected payment form, if you have selected payment gateway or payment link, you have to go towards it. Okay. Now we have to select add webhook endpoint, and we have to paste the webhook URL which we have copied from Pabbly Connect over here. Let's click on test and add. As we have done that, the test response is going to be sent towards Pabbly Connect. With that response, we will be checking our connection. Now here we'll click on add. As we have done that, now let's go back towards Pabbly Connect. Our response is already captured over here. This is a test response. So this means our connection is built between Cashfree and Pabbly Connect. Now we have to click on recapture webhook response button, and we have to wait for a new response to be captured. That will be the real response or actual response. How we are going to capture the response? By doing a test submission. To do that test submission, we have to go on Cashfree and we have to make the payment via form. As we will do that, the response is automatically going to capture because our forms of Cashfree are already connected with Pabbly Connect now. So from the left side, we'll go towards the payment forms, and over here we'll go towards all option. After coming over here on payment form options, these are the forms as you can see. Currently, I'm setting up this automation for PHP course. I have multiple forms for different products which I've created for collecting the payments, but I want to enroll the student only who is purchasing this PHP course new from my Cashfree account. For that, I will directly copy the link of this form. I'm going to open it in a new tab, and I'm going to submit the form by making the payment. To make the payment, we have to enter the details of the customer as well. So the form is open in front of us. Here we have the description of the course, we have the name of the course, and here we have the amount to be paid by the customer. I'm going to enter a random phone number because I'm going to use some dummy details to make this purchase, and so that the response could be captured. So let's say the customer who is purchasing the PHP course is having the number as like this. Let's say the email of this customer is latest customer rated @pabblytudes.com. Let's say the name of this customer is latest customer. All right, let me make the payment quickly. Now I'm going to select the payment method. So here I'm going to use card to make this payment, and because I'm making a dummy purchase in dummy account of Cashfree, I have dummy card details as well, which I'm going to use to make the transaction. So I've used a dummy card, and now I'm going to click on proceed to pay. I will enter the OTP, a random OTP, and over here you can see that the payment is successful. As the payment is successful, let's go back towards Pabbly Connect, and you will see that the response is already captured over here. This means that the connection between Cashfree and Pabbly Connect is built. So in the response, we have received all the details. Let's start reading them one by one. First of all, we have the type of the event which is being performed. So we have received the payment from order. Then we have the event time, that means the date and time at which the form is submitted, the payment is received. Then we have the transaction ID. Then we have the status of the payment, that is paid, order ID, the amount, the phone number of the customer, their name, their email address, and other details. Along with this, we also have the form ID. Over here, I'm going to use this form ID to apply a condition in my workflow. What condition? As I told you, I have multiple forms over here for different products, but I do not want to use each of the form. I don't want that whenever the payment will be received from any of these forms, then the person who has made the payment should be enrolled as a user in Rigi. Only when the person is going to purchase PHP course new by using this form, then my workflow should continue and that person should be added as a user in Rigi. For that, here we have the form ID, which is differentiated for each of the form, and it is unique. So by using this form ID, I'm going to apply a filter condition in my workflow that only when the response will be captured with this form ID, then my workflow should continue further. Otherwise, it should stop over here. To apply the filter condition, we have to go towards our action step and we have to use filter as our action application. Then we have to select the action event, filter values, and let's click on connect. Now it is asking us to select the label, and here we are going to map the label instead of entering it manually. Mapping is inserting data from previous step. You can see my previous response is given over here and we have all the details. I want to use the form ID, so I'm going to directly map the form ID over here. And as it is mapped, it has become dynamic. That means with each and every new response, automatically it is going to replace. So this means that every time a new form is going to be submitted in Cashfree, a new payment is going to be received by a new customer, form ID is going to replace in this field. Then we are going to further apply the filter type that will be equal to, and I'm going to use the value that is the form ID which I want to be there in my response. This is the form ID. I will go and paste it over here. And as I've entered this form ID manually, so it has become static. That means with each and every new response, it is not going to replace. It will be same each time. So we have set up the condition of the filter as when a new response will be captured through Cashfree, form ID is going to be changed in label. If that form ID which we have received in the new response will be equal to the value which we have entered over here, then our workflow will be continuing. Otherwise, it is going to stop over here. Okay. This means that we only want to enroll the users in Rigi who are making the payment through PHP course new form. Okay, otherwise not. So now let us check whether the condition is true or not by clicking on this save and send test request button, and yes, the condition is true. So let's move forward. We want to enroll the user in Rigi. So let us select Rigi as our action application. Now we want to import the user. Let's select that. And let's click on connect. We have to build the connection between Rigi and Pabbly Connect. For that, we have two options, add new connection and select existing connection. Before building this connection, you can see that I am already logged into my Rigi account. If you already have an existing connection, you can just go with that. I'm going to show you to build a new connection. For that, we have to provide a token. So we'll select add new connection and we have to get the token over here. How to get this token? For that, the instructions are given. Just log into your Rigi account. On the left side, go towards dashboard and then go towards integration where you're going to get your token. So I'm going to take you towards my Rigi account. From the left side here we have the option of integrations, and over here we have the option of Pabbly. Let's select that. If it is not activated, if your Pabbly account is not activated, first of all you have to turn it active, and then here we have the key. So let's copy the key. We'll go back towards Pabbly Connect and we'll quickly paste it over here. Done. Now let's click on save. As we have done that, the connection between Rigi and Pabbly Connect is built. So now we just have to move forward and enter the details in these fields, that too with the help of mapping, to make the data dynamic and to automate the entire process. First of all, let's start with the full name of the customer. So here we have received the name. Let's map it directly. As we have mapped this name, it has also become dynamic. And by using mapping method only, we are going to automate the process, because if we are going to enter the data manually, then the data will become static and it is not going to replace. Then every time when a new payment will be received and the response will be captured, the details are not going to replace. We are not going to change the details manually because we are setting up the automation, of course. Then the workflow will get stuck if we will enter the data manually. Okay. Now let's map the email address. Then we have the phone number. Product hash, that means in which of the product you want to enroll the user. So here I'm going to take you towards my Rigi account. We'll go towards the product section. You can see that these are the courses I have. I want to add the user in this PHP programming. So I'm going to simply copy the product hash. Offering key is a product hash key which is required. So let's copy it and we'll paste it over here directly. Done. Then if you want to provide any validity of the course, you can enter it over here. If you want to send the email, you can select yes, otherwise no. I'm directly going to click on save and send test request button. And as we have done that, you can see that the response is received. It is saying success. This means that the student is automatically enrolled. So I'm going to take you towards Rigi. We'll go towards the user section. Here we have the user with all the same details. And when we go towards view all purchases, so the student has purchased this PHP programming course. This means our connection between Cashfree and Rigi is absolutely successful. And also our workflow is completed and successfully the process is automated. So now every time the new form is going to be submitted and the payment will be received through Cashfree, automatically the person who has made the payment for PHP programming course will be added as a user in my Rigi account. In the similar manner, you can also connect Cashfree account with Rigi to import the users automatically whenever they are going to make the purchase. And you can also use filter type in order to select the course. Alright, so I hope the automation is clear to you. Also, it is helpful for your business. Thank you for watching.
Not only these applications, but you can integrate multiple such amazing applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can email us at support@pabbly.com. If you want to ask any doubt, you can write us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you want to ask about the pricing, you can visit this website given over here. Do not forget to share our videos, like our video, and also subscribe our channel for more such amazing automations.